Hey folks, Brennan Dickerson here for birdsfan.com, coming to you from the beautiful Cocoa Beach, Florida, with your preview of the Philadelphia Eagles at Dallas Cowboys wildcard matchup. Now, with last week's embarrassment, we bid farewell to the regular season and we welcome the playoffs. And exclusive permission has been granted to us by Jim Morris Sr. Playoffs? To discuss the playoffs. So, with that, let's get rolling. Now, last week's game has been discussed to death. After the Eagles got rolled 24-0 by the Cowboys, there's no question that if the Eagles play like they did last week, they'll lose again this week. However, the Eagles have some very good news on their side. Starting with, first off, Andy Reid has never lost in a first-round playoff game. He has also never been swept in a 3-game series. On the opposite side, Wade Phillips and the Dallas Cowboys have never won a playoff game. Well, the Cowboys have won a playoff game, but they haven't won since 1996. Wade Phillips has never won a playoff game. Now, with that, we're at the third game. The Cowboys have a 2-0 lead over the Eagles, and we're going to find out if the third time's a charm. The experts say no, it's not for the Eagles. I say yes, it is. I'm going off of my gut. Maybe I'm biased, maybe I'm not. I don't know. The Eagles' offense effectively beat themselves last week. Uncharacteristic drops and passes by everyone, and McNabb just being very off essentially killed the entire team. They couldn't stay on the field. Only 8 runs were called. They never ran any clock off. They gave the Cowboys all the time in the world. The Eagles had 19 minutes of possession last week. And again, essentially, if the same team shows up, they're going to lose. However, I believe that a different team is going to show up. On offense, the Eagles need to command the time of possession. That's how you beat the Dallas Cowboys. What I'd love to see is for them to get the ball first, and normally I like to see them get the ball in the second half. I want to see them get the ball first and have a nice, long touchdown drive. Get a lead right away and make Tony Romo have to come back from the get-go. That's how you beat Romo. If he's down, you can beat him. Kind of the same way with the Eagles when they're not committing to the running game. Now, they have to cut down on the mental errors. The wide receivers have to catch the ball. They have to run the right routes. McNabb has to throw to them. I mean, remember last week he missed a wide-open DeSean Jackson. And right there, like I said, he missed a wide-open DeSean Jackson. DeSean Jackson, despite what the numbers say, was not shut down by the Dallas Cowboys. The numbers would indicate that he was, and that's fair enough. But that's mainly on McNabb. The Cowboys had DeSean Jackson wide open multiple times, and McNabb either missed him or didn't see him. The Cowboys got lucky there. I guarantee you, McNabb hits DeSean Jackson with that deep strike, or if he hits him for a few other passes, the Eagles win the game. But they didn't because the Eagles were off. Now, assuming McNabb can find his rhythm again, the two are going to make sweet music. On defense last week, it was a tale of two halves. In the first half, they played absolutely pitiful. It was embarrassing to watch, and JJ would have been flat out ashamed, and he was rolling in his grave, I guarantee it. However, in the second half, they turned things up, only allowing 7 points and getting to Romo. That's very encouraging to me. Now, as I said, the way to beat Romo is to give him a deficit to have to overcome. Also, get at him early. If you can shake him up from the get-go, he's not a good quarterback. Eli Manning is much the same way, and quite frankly, any quarterback is the same way. Romo is very susceptible to it, however. He's not suspicious. Maybe he is, I don't know. Now, on defense, they need to come out and start the game like they ended it last week, and by that I mean get pressure on Romo and jam the wide receivers at the line. If you let Miles get open, or give him a cushion, he's going to make you pay. If you jam him at the line of scrimmage, you will be able to contain him. Now, Jason Witten will have his catches. Tight ends always do against us. However, if Will Witherspoon can remember that he's a pretty darn good coverage linebacker, he should be able to contain him, a little bit. Again, the key is hold Witten to under 100 yards and allow at the most 1 touchdown. You have a shot. They let him take over the game last week in the first half. Now, essentially, and same with the offense, same defense shows up as what showed up in the first half last week. It is going to be a very long and frustrating end to the Eagles season. They need to get the hounds out early and force Romo into bad decisions. And there's the keys to victory. Balanced offense, smart play, and a punishing and attacking defense. We do those, we play good Eagles football, the Philadelphia Eagles will be moving on in the playoffs. On the injury front, the Philadelphia Eagles have 11 players who are probable and none who are questionable or doubtful. Great news. That means Mike Vick should be back. The Wildcat has been remotely effective. Hopefully they'll be able to use it a bit here. For the Cowboys, DeMarcus Ware and Marion Barber are both banged up, and the team has been hit with some sort of flu virus, all of which could help the Eagles win this week. To wrap it up, I'm going to say it just like this. If the Eagles play good Eagles football that we know is good Eagles football, they will win this game. If they play like they did last week, they will lose the game. I'm not going to give any score prediction. It's that simple. The Eagles win if they play good, which could be said of any team, but if they play Eagles football, they win. I don't care what football the Cowboys play. The Eagles win if they play good football. The Eagles lose if they play like they did last week. So have a great weekend, folks, and here's to being back with a positive review. Fly, Eagles, fly.